In the spring of 1994, the small Appalachian town of Black Hollow woke to a sound that no one could explain. It was a high-pitched whistle that rolled down from the abandoned railway line just before dawn, a line that had been closed for 3 decades. Locals called it the Whisper Train. Older residents remembered when coal cars thundered there every night, but since the last mine shut down, those tracks rusted into silence. Until April 12, 1994, when a young mechanic named Evan Reese vanished near the tracks. Evan had just turned 27. His friends said he loved late-night walks, carrying a small tape recorder to capture rail sounds for a music project. The night he disappeared, he told his mother he would go record the storm. It had been raining for 2 hours straight. At 6 a.m., his pickup truck was found on the edge of the forest, headlights still on, driver's door open, radio humming static. No sign of Evan. Fresh mud prints led toward the railway, but they stopped abruptly a few yards from the first rail. Beyond that, no impression. Police dogs caught a faint scent that vanished near the old crossing bridge. Sheriff Dawson described the case as the quietest disappearance I've ever seen. No struggle, no clues, just a truck, footprints, and rain. 3 days later, a local hunter discovered Evan's tape recorder lying under leaves about half a mile down the tracks. It was water damaged, yet the cassette inside remained intact. When technicians dried and played it, they heard 30 minutes of ordinary rain, then, faintly, a metallic grinding, like a train wheel trying to turn on rust. After that, Evan's voice whispered something hard to make out. Forensic analysts enhanced it enough to distinguish one sentence: "It's coming back." Speculation exploded. Some claimed miners had died under the ridge decades ago when a tunnel collapsed, and that the train was only the wind howling through the tunnels. Others believed Evan met with someone there, a person he'd mentioned weeks earlier in his letters, someone who knew what really happened in 1962. So detectives reopened old files. Back in 1962, an unsolved arson destroyed the Black Hollow freight station. Records listed one casualty, a conductor named Henry Lane. The cause? Unknown. His body was never recovered. When police compared photographs, they noticed Evan bore a striking resemblance to Henry in his 20s. Different generation, same angular face, same scar on the chin, same blue eyes. DNA analysis was impossible then, but it fueled the town's sleepless nights. By mid-June, locals started gathering near the tracks at night, hoping to hear the whisper train. Some brought recorders. One clip, aired years later on a late-night radio show, captured a distant horn echoing through the valley at 2:13 a.m., seconds before the sound of slow, heavy breathing filled the mic. The host swore there were no trains within 50 miles. Sheriff Dawson requested state assistance. Search teams combed every yard of rail. Divers explored the flooded tunnel entrance. Inside, they found rusted signal lamps and a metal tag stamped Engine 47. That number matched the train that derailed the night Henry Lane died. No human remains, no Evan Reese. In 1999, the railway company finally removed the last section of track. Workers said the bolts were so cold-welded, it felt as though they didn't want to be moved. When they lifted the steel, one worker, a young welder, found a golden pocket watch frozen under the rail bed. It was still ticking, even after decades in soil. Engraved inside, HL, to keep the line running. That watch now sits in the county museum behind glass, unwound but pristine. Visitors sometimes report hearing a faint echoing whistle inside the building late at night, though the audio sensors record nothing. To this day, no trace of Evan Reese has ever been found. Locals mark April 12th with a candle near the bridge, hoping peace rests on both men who may or may not have shared the same fate. So was the whistle real, a trick of wind and imagination, or something caught between two centuries that never learned how to stop moving? Whatever truth hides under those hills, one thing is certain. Every spring, when storms return, the people of Black Hollow still check their clocks at dawn and listen, breath held, for the sound of a train that should no longer exist. Some mysteries leave footprints, others leave an echo.